much for purchasing a bloom box, or if you received it as a gift, congratulations. We're so excited for you to design your winter arrangement. So you will have received in your bloom box these beautiful winter greens, a vase, and some floral snips. If you have received a bloom box before, you will have noticed that the snips are a bit different this time. That's because the winter greens are a bit hardier, so we wanted to give you something that was a bit stronger. So you're going to start by unwrapping. You can reuse this around your vase if you'd like, to just give it a little bit of texture there. I think that's super cute. So inside your bouquet, you'll find some silver fir. There's cedar, which is this greenery here. And then we have some holly. Will give your arrangement the beautiful red colors. We're gonna start off with the silver fir. If they aren't cut down, you're gonna use your snips to just cut them down a little bit more. My pieces are already snipped, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start placing them. So I'm gonna use these to kind of create the base of my arrangement. One side is a bit higher than the other, so I'm gonna make sure I create that. Now I'm gonna go in with the cedar. I'm just gonna snip some pieces off. Now you can remove the bottom pieces off of your stem here. You don't want them sitting in the water. Again, I'm just gonna remove these bottom pieces here. You can do the same with the silver fir. You can just take off, use your snip to cut off the bottom pieces that you don't want to sit in the water. You can also strip the bottom of the stem just by holding off the needles. House will smell very Christmassy when you're done with this. I'm gonna pop that in the front there. Have another smaller piece here that I'm going to just strip needles off, and I'm gonna pop this in the front. I'm going to pop in some of my cedar in the front here. Once you have your stem inside the vase, you can kind of play around with it to make it flow whichever way you'd like. I'm going to just keep filling in here. Now I'm going to go in with my holly. So I've got 2 small pieces here. You may have one larger bunch. Some of the holly has the red berries on it. Up a bit here because I like the green on the inside. It's a bit of a darker green. So I'm going to cut the stem here, but I don't want to cut it too short because I want it to sit a bit high in the arrangement. So I'm going to snip about 2 inches off on an angle there. And I'm going to just pop this in on one of the sides. And then my second piece here is a bit bushier. I think what I'm going to do is use it for 2, so it's 2 stems. So to do that, I'm going to go about halfway down. See here, I'm snipping where the leaves start on the stem so that you'll see that this piece now looks like its own stem. And then I have this piece also. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on this side, a bit lower. Again, I'm going for that kind of asymmetrical look. And this piece I'm gonna stick over here. Just be careful with these ones as they're a little bit pokey. All right, so I am liking the way this is looking. Some of the extra pieces I have just to create some more fullness around the edges. And then I'm gonna go in, last but not least, with my Ilex. I think what I'm gonna do here is cut off some of the stems because it's fairly heavy, and I feel like if I pop this into my arrangement, it might just be a little bit too much all at once. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip off some of the branches. Put this in and see how it looks. Okay, I actually really like the way that's looking. Go ahead and just put them in the front. I still have a couple of little pieces here of the silver fir, so I'm gonna just look at my arrangement and see if there's anywhere that I think it needs to be filled. I'm gonna just turn this piece a little bit because I feel like it's hiding those beautiful red Ilex berries. I'm actually really loving the way this looks, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this just to the back. Super happy with how this turned out. Make sure that you tag us in your arrangements. We'd love to see what you created. Wait to see what you designed.